Folks, the Costco here is so aggressive and intense. So we live in Queens now, and I get it. New York City's known for being aggressive, but I have not experienced this in other Costco's. Somebody physically pushed me. Like I was not moving fast enough, and they don't know me. I was in line, pushed me to go down the line faster. Oh my God. Okay, let's tell you a couple little stories from our Costco experience. Tell me what your Costco is like. So, we one day went early. Like they open at 9, but it's weird because they open two different times. They open at 9 a.m. and at 10 a.m. At 9 a.m., if you have the special deluxe card, you can come in before all the regulars, all the normies with the peasant version of this Costco brand, I pay money to shop here card. Anyway, I think I had it. It's like executive, um, but I think I was able to go in at 9 because I have the executive thing. But because I am the second card on my brother's account, eh, I'm not allowed in. I need to go with all the peasants. And there's now a line forming at Costco. And there's not really that much room for a line, but there is a line. And meanwhile, like, we don't usually, we're not big shoppers at Costco. The reason why I have it is because, I think my brother wants to be able to send me to Costco when I'm with his kids or for his kids or something like that, so that I don't have to keep asking him for his, so that I can get what he needs. But also, it's been helpful. That paleo mozzarella, that's, I don't know, the level of money that it has reached in the regular supermarket. So I think I sometimes go just for polio. Anyway, I'm obsessed with it because I think I had it in my childhood. There's got to be a better mozzarella. I'm just so ignorant. So moving on. Anyway, oh yeah. So in Costco, like usually we live in such a small place that you can't just buy giant things. Or if we live further away, it's a little difficult to bring home giant things on my bike. So it's not really where we go, but I love it. The samples, sometimes like you get a chunk of the thing that you want and you don't have to keep going to the site. You get what Costco is. Moving on. So now we're waiting outside for the 10 a.m. shift to allow us in. We are the 10 a.m. shift. And people are starting to cut. Now, what do you do when people cut you? Because I usually let them go. A part of me wants to be like, look, I see you. You're not being cute. Um, you're being rude. I'm going to let you go because I feel like if you feel the need to cut me at Costco, that you are having such a much more stressful life than me, that go ahead and enjoy your day in this disgusting way. Cut the line. But I know I could be like, hi, there's a line here. And for the most part, I don't. Am I a sucker? Maybe. That's just how I move. Anyway, speaking of moving, we go into this Costco at 10 a.m. and it is the most, I'm not going to say chaos because there was still order, but you will not get in people's way. They were moving in that store like somebody said, ready, set, go. And you have to get, those game shows where you have to get as much as you can in your cart by a certain time and then all of that is free. That's what it felt like in there. We did not want to get in anyone's way. What I think is happening is that because we were looking at their carts and it's a lot of like the same thing. Like this one guy had a giant Costco size cart with only nori papers, like underneath, stacked on top in the little babysitting area or whatever. And I'm just thinking like we're looking at people's carts and it's all, this cart looks like it's about to make stir fry all day. This cart looks like it's about to open an Italian restaurant. And so what I'm thinking, and I think Xerxes was thinking this also, is that this 10 a.m. dash to hurry up is so that they can open up their restaurants by 11 or their carts or whatever and use these ingredients for their food locations. So there was a lot of pressure in the air. And I think as 11 approached, that pressure was leaving the store. Um, Anyway, there is a procedure and you cannot slow anyone down online. You have to have that Costco ready. The Costco card in my wallet is so ahead of everything because I do not want to be looking for that Costco card at the wrong time. You will not only get the side eye, apparently you will be pushed because it's kind of like those stores where it's like the soup Nazi. You know, to stand here, then you stand over there, don't say the wrong thing and move it along. So I am ready to go. You have to have your payment ready. You have to have, the shopping cart goes to one side. You move down as fast as possible. It kind of reminds me of, the traffic in Philly that, you have to move as soon as the light turns green. Like they'll start honking a second after, but you also have to wait for the other side they always like run yellows. They call it run yellows, but they're running reds. So you have to wait a beat. Anyway, that's the kind of like quickness you have to move when you're on this Costco line. So and then the other thing is and a lot of Queens, I want to say most of Queens, but most of Queens that I experienced is a second or third or fourth, fifth, sixth language is English. So they know a lot of languages around. They're usually first, second generation around here. So there was one person who was ahead of us one time, and she doesn't speak any English, but her card expired. And they keep trying to say expired, like as if, saying it slower maybe helps it. Nothing's helping. And she's like, no clue, just buying this. And they're like, but expired. And she will not relent. She apparently speaks zero English. And now the employees, or at least the cash register or the manager who was brought over to try to deal with this, is now looking and finding every Asian employee going, hey, can you tell her in Korean? So one at a time, we are seeing employees come over being asked to speak Korean to someone, and they're going, no, I don't speak Korean because I'm Chinese. Then another person will come and they're like, no, I don't speak Korean because I'm Japanese. So you're just watching the store manager just look at people's faces and go, match? No? And here's what I'm thinking. I think this woman understood exactly what was going on. I think she didn't want her card to be expired. She wanted to use it one more time because somebody gave her that card or she got it herself. Some English or some communication has had to happen at Costco or the Costco level type communication, or they wouldn't have sent this person. Now, I've spoken to a lot of immigrants, a lot of people who English is nowhere near the language that is easy. And somehow we manage to communicate exactly what one or both of us needs. And these are all different languages that I don't even know one word in, because we'll start opening apps. They'll point. We all of a sudden know sign language. Like all this stuff starts happening when you're the foreigner or when the person is speaking to you in a different language. And at this point, I think this woman knew exactly that her card was expired, and she was like, keep looking for some Korean people looking all kinds of racist. I'll wait. That's what I saw of it. Anyway, another thing is that Costco has these like super cheap lunches, and at lunch by this Costco, it is the happening spot. There's a line, it moves quick. There's a line, but like you can get a full, now I feel like I'm doing a commercial, but I'm not. It's just the hot dog soda combo is $1.50. So you add a little pizza and it's like the only pizza around that's like $2. So you get like a full meal where you're really full under $5. So there's a long line. There's people waiting for orders that they called ahead of time. There's people waiting for seats to open up. It is the spot for lunch. It is absolutely unbelievable. And we have had the hot dog pizza combo, not for nothing, excuse me, yes, okay. Anyway, and you can refill those sodas. Ooh, and they have the best ice. Okay, anyway, but while we're doing that, we can see everybody after their checkout. So we're just watching these carts. And to me, I don't know how you feel at the supermarket, but I love seeing people's carts. I love wondering how much Gatorade you're actually going to drink, how much nori is really for your family. Is that cereal for the next 6 months? Like I want to go up to everybody and just interview them about their cart. But what we see a lot of is bottled water, like massive amounts of bottled water. And in New York, we're happy to drink from the tap. The tap water is commercial. I'll do a commercial for New York water any day. It's wonderful. So for I think every single person had whatever it is that they're buying and a bunch of bottled water. And then you do the math and you're like, well, I guess it's just like it ends up being pennies a day depending on how much you drink. So I get it, but I don't know. Maybe I'm obsessed with my own water bottle, but yeah, I don't know. I I'm gonna do a supermarket show or something because I just want to talk to people about their carts, and I got to use some sort of translate thing because I am I am learning all kinds of accents around here. Oh, there's no white people here, and if they are white, they're foreigners too. It's it's pretty amazing. I love Queens. Not that we don't need white people. I'm just saying I love how many different kinds of people can actually live in one space and it's so interesting because you turn the block and it's the Koreans, and you turn the block and it's Indian, and you turn the block and it's Jewish people, which I know is not a race, but it's an ethnicity here. So yeah, Queens Costco, Queens in general, it's its own vibe. It's so interesting. It feels very homey to me, and it's just another experience that's so universal to me, but has this like very very special Queens element that I grew up with, that still exists, that I'm proud to be a part of. Anyway, live from Queen. No, don't do a voice. That's just silly. You just feel uncomfortable. Just say regular things like goodbye and subscribe. Bye and subscribe.